right? Good evening. So I decided to do an impromptu live. I'm on my phone, if you can't tell. Welcome to a live chat, and we'll see how this goes. So it's 8 o'clock here, and I'm trying to see your chats right down here. If there's a chat, hey, who's in the room with me? Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about myself while we're waiting for anyone to come in. So I am living in Switzerland very happily, and I love doing these videos for you from time to time. I would love to get to know you guys better because I know you see me often, and so it would be a lot of fun for us to have a little chit chat. So, do you have any questions for me, guys? Is anyone coming here? I brought a little ASMR item. One of my favorites, right? A little candle. Yeah. So it's evening now. And I hope you're winding down. If you're in Europe, perhaps. In the States, most of my audience is in the States, right? Most of my viewers. So you guys are, what, in the morning over there? Depending on your coastline. Just getting off to work or school. Getting ready to start your day, or maybe having some lunch, right? I have a lot of near and dear ones in the US. So tell me, where are you from, you guys who are tuned in? Bruno! I love your comments, Bruno. You are a sweetheart. You are. I truly appreciate you and your feedback. En français. En plus. I thank you for your support. I'm so excited that you're here. Bruno loves my nature walks. A fellow nature lover. He tells me the frequency, don't you? You tell me the frequency of my videos. A very high vibing individual you are. Is La Chance really your last name? Thank you for the love, Bruno. Right back at you. Are you in Quebec, Bruno? You told me one time, you mentioned where you lived. Are you in Quebec? Are you a Quebecois? I forget where you said you were. Yes, Quebec. So, I always wanted to visit Quebec City. Quebec City, but I never made it there, right? The Chateau Frontenac. Yeah, so beautiful. I I went to Montreal when I was in graduate school. And I was very much impressed with its cleanliness and the politesse of the people. And when you went into the shops, unlike in France when they would say bonjour, they say bienvenue, welcome. It's a very warm vibe. In Montreal, you're in Quebec City. You lucky person, you. How cold is it now? What's spring like in Quebec City? Is it freezing? I know your latitude's a bit high. You know, I used to live in Chicago before I moved to Switzerland. The lucky man. I lived in Chicago before I moved to Switzerland. So another high latitude, right? And well, la chance. Ah, the lucky man, of course, you are l'homme de la chance, Bruno. A fun name, Bruno, it is. Chicago is freezing, and it takes a very long time to warm up and to thaw out. And one of the things, I loved my time in Chicago. Chicagoans are great people. Midwesterners, right, of the US. Quebec, I'm sure, has a completely different flavor with your adorable accents, right? But the Chicago winters are so rude, as you would say, Bruno, rude. Very harsh winters, and by the end, in the springtime, the accumulated snowfall that's been snow plowed into the corners of the parking lots and whatnot, it's this black crust. It's chemically changed composition. It's no longer snow. I'll bet you have the same thing in Quebec. Let me know. Do you ski, Bruno? Tell me. Ah! Il faut que je te parle en français, alors pardon. Pardon, Bruno. Est-ce que tu fais du ski? Est-ce que tu fais du ski? Du ski, Bruno? C'est un peu plat, n'est-ce pas, de Québec? C'est un peu plat. C'est trop plat? Si. Il y a une montagne. Il y a une chaîne de montagnes, non? There's a mountain chain over there. Je crois, en hiver. Plus maintenant, tu fais plus de ski. D'accord, ok. Mais tu as appris. C'est sympa. Je fais du ski de temps en temps en Suisse. Jeune, oui. Bon. Ok. Jeune. What, are you 80 now, Bruno? Tu as 80 ans, Bruno? Tu es jeune, hein, j'en suis sûre. Hein? On est jeune. Bah oui. This ski season, cette saison de ski, donc j'ai skié qu'une fois. Mais c'était génial. You're 56? Okay. It's a great age. That's good. 50 is very liberating, right? A different stage of life. Donc j'ai skié qu'une fois. Mais c'était formidable. I love to ski. Do I have any other skiers out there? Qui fait du ski? Se morfondre à la montagne, c'est magnifique. Just to meld with the mountain as you're skiing down. It's like nothing else in the world. I love going down blue slopes. Les pistes bleues, je préfère. Assez facile. And taking in the panorama of the Alps. Gorgeous. And so, le printemps à Québec. Je suis rendue dans le bois. What does that mean? Je suis rendue dans le bois. Now, what does that mean? Ça, j'ai pas compris. J'ai pas compris, Bruno. Qu'est-ce que tu as fait dans le bois? I hope you didn't get injured. ACL injuries are much too common. Ski incidents, yes, well. Bruno, qu'est-ce que tu fais aujourd'hui, Bruno? Quelle heure il est? Quelle heure est-il? Tu as, je sais pas, il y a 7 ans. I don't know your time zone. Avant, je travaille en ville et maintenant, je relaxe dans le bois. Ah, tu t'es rendu dans le bois. Tu t'es enfui de la ville. OK. You did l'exode rural. Or, no, well, l'inverse. 15h. Ah, 15h17. It's 3:17. All right. C'est presque l'heure du goûter. Almost time for the goûter at 4 p.m. European style. Everyone has a snack at 4 o'clock. All the school children and the adults. I think it's a marvelous tradition. Bruno, qu'est-ce que tu manges? Est-ce qu'on fait ça au Québec aussi? Est-ce qu'on prend le goûter? Les écoliers? À 4 heures? Dis-moi tout. Tu es en Islande? Ah, Islande. Non. Am I in Iceland? I'll translate in real time. J'habite pas en Islande, mais je l'ai visité. C'est un pays magnifique. Non, il y a 3 ans, je suis allée en Islande. Mais non, j'habite en Suisse. J'habite en Suisse. Je ne suis pas islandaise, je suis américaine. Expatriée en Suisse. I'm an expat American living in Switzerland. Je mange 18 heures. Ah, okay. Okay. American style, I'd say. Growing up in Nashville, we would eat dinner at 6 o'clock p.m. The Swiss are more like 7:30. Ok, tu es USA en Suisse. C'est juste. C'est juste. Tu as une autre nationalité, mis à part le canadien. Canadien. Ou est-ce que tu es québécois pur souche? Bruno, are you Québécois? Are you just from Quebec? Are you just Canadian, or do you have other nationalities? Over here, everyone has, I'd say, 3 nationalities. At least 2. They speak at least 3 languages. It's true. Usually, in Switzerland, the national languages are German, French, Italian, and Romanche. Canadien français de son nom. Okay. C'est le français. Do you know, Bruno? Est-ce que tu le sais? J'ai la nationalité française aussi. Eh oui. J'habite juste à la frontière. I love having this chit chat with you. Bruno. Tu m'as découvert assez récemment en fait. Mais je viens de fêter les 3 ans sur YouTube que je fais des vidéos. I just celebrated my 3rd year anniversary on YouTube. Yes. But I've been posting much more seriously, much more consistently in the past year, I'd say. Yeah. So it's something I really enjoy. Who else is out there? Talk to me. Bravo, tu es très douce. Merci, Bruno. Pas toujours, mais for ASMR, yes. Parce qu'il faut de la douceur pour la ASMR, n'est-ce pas? Et oui. C'est vrai que c'est une facette de ma personnalité. Tout en douceur. Viking Law. Mais si, je te jure, I am a Viking, Bruno. Si. Yes. Yeah. I haven't learned the art of combat. Je n'ai pas compris comment faire la guerre, mais je suis guerrière dans l'ADN. Et oui, pas aussi dur que ça. So you like the story time? Tu aimes bien les histoires que je raconte. Est-ce que tu as vu les Égyptiens aussi? Avec le même livre pop-up. Merci, tu fais du bien et j'aime beaucoup ton rire. Tu me fais rire. Merci. Merci à toi. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Bruno. La chance. J'écoute tout ce que tu postes. Oh, Bruno. Merci, Bruno. I appreciate it. Je t'apprécie. Thank you for the beautiful heart. Yay. Super sweet. Thank you. Lovely. So you're probably about to eat some dinner. Oh, my candle went out, but that's okay. Ah, ça, j'ai mangé quelque chose de très français. Ce soir, une crêpe, voire deux crêpes. Hein? C'est pas bon, ça? I ate 2 crepes tonight. I'm translating. So, staying in the francophone tradition with Bruno, my Québécois friend. Oui, très bon. Oui. Avec la confiture fraise, à la fraise. Ça, j'aime bien. C'est mon préféré. Hey, Christina. How you doing? I love your blue heart. Blue's my favorite color. What's yours? Let me know. I appreciate your comments. I think I know you've left at least one, and I really enjoyed reading you. I get the sweetest comments. and I appreciate all of them. And I always respond. Great, how are you? I am wonderful, Christina. I'm wonderful. It's almost 9:30 here in Switzerland. So calming down for the evening. The weather's gorgeous. Everything's in bloom. I just filmed this morning in the park. I filmed the May energy focus video for you guys. Me too, I always respond. Thank you, Christina. You're a sweetheart. You're much appreciated. I love your feedback. You have a channel too. What do you have? What's your channel? Do you have a YouTube channel? So for May, well, you have to watch the video and find out what the focus is for May. In April, it was Sven. Sven, where are you from, Sven? Scandinavia. Sven. I am not from Switzerland, but I live here. I'm an expat. I'm an American expat living in Switzerland for over 20 years now. So frankly, I'm here to stay. Beautiful and Falacio. Yeah, right, exactly. Okay. You have the interesting title. I do remember that. You leave me the sweetest comments too. Very nice. Very generous. Hello from New York City. I love New York City. Quite the different vibe from Switzerland. I've been to New York City 2 or 3 times. Once, the year after, or was it the year of 9/11? Yeah. So, New York City, phenomenal place, right? Amazing, frenetic energy. Lots of excitement. I remember going to see beautiful museums when I was there. Germany. Sven, you're from Germany. Are you from northern Germany? Last time I was in Germany, I visited Hamburg. Hamburg. I have a very close friend who lives in Hamburg. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Sweethearts. I visited Hamburg. Yeah. And in Hamburg, the orchestra is in this beautiful building, quite modern and impressive. Definitely worth a view. And of course, it's right on the water. I was there for New Year's Eve. And the tradition in Hamburg for New Year's Eve is to go down on the piers with fireworks and just set them off. Frankly, I didn't know if I was going to live through that experience unscathed, but I did. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You live in Bavaria. I love Bavaria. Absolutely gorgeous. I did Die Romantische Straße. Yes, the romantic road. Rotenberg ob der Taube, I remember. Absolutely stunning. Are you cold? It's cold enough in Bavaria, yeah. You know where I've been in Bavaria or in southern, in Rust. Most recently, I was at Europa Park. I've been 3 times to Europa Park. I love it. I love that so much. It is so much fun. And the Switzerland area is so kitsch and cheesy. It's just hysterical, but beautiful. But so the animatrons are so funny. I laughed with my kids. We just had the best time. And they had these little donuts that they make that are homemade. Oh my God. So tasty. Sven, please tell me you've been to Europa Park. I really want you to go. I've been dying to go to an amusement park lately. Yeah. Laughing. Austria and Switzerland seem to be doing lots of things, right? These last 15 years, politically speaking. Sure. Austria and Switzerland. If you're talking about more far-right movements, that definitely seems to be the trend, doesn't it? In Italy as well, correct? Yeah. But I do feel safe here in Switzerland. That is a fact. And it replicates the American governmental system as far as the way that the countries run. There are cantons instead of states. There's a separation of federal and canton. They have direct democracy. So it's, I like it. I like it a lot. Sven, you really want to visit Switzerland too someday. I love the Alps in Austria. And I'm sure it's even more beautiful in Switzerland. Yeah, I visited the Tyrol in Austria, just over the border. Yes. It was quite lovely. Yeah. It does have a different flavor to Switzerland. Absolutely, it does have a different flavor. Very Sound of Music. Oh, I've never seen Edelweiss in person here, only at botanical gardens, I'll say. But Austria, you know what I loved about Austria? The food, the cuisine is pretty good, okay? We're talking Wiener Schnitzel and stuff like that, but I love the desserts. Oh my God. The apple strudel, oh, to die for. Strudel, so yummy. Did you have some strudel, Sven? Tell me, please. Never. I'm not really the type for those parks. Oh, come on. Have some fun, Sven. It's my American side. I've also, closer to home, I've been to Park Wallaby in France, and closer to Grenoble, and that was quite fun too. It was a pleasant surprise. I was expecting to spend a couple of hours, and we definitely spent the bulk of the day there and had a great time. Yeah. You're really boring. No, you're not, Sven. You must like calm and peace, though. You watch ASMR. Yeah. It's good for your nervous system. And living in Bavaria, I'm sure you like to go out in nature. Oh, Sven, tell me, how about the thermal baths near you? Have you been to Baden-Baden or other thermal bath places? That's one of my favorite things to do, is go to thermal baths. Yeah. Hot springs, they call them in the US. And maybe, I don't know, Bruno, tu es là? Est-ce qu'il y a des bains thermaux au Québec? Bruno will tell me if they have thermal baths in Quebec. Nope, I'm not even sure what that is. Sven, look it up, honey. Thermal, you know, like hot geysers. Oui, toujours. Salut, Bruno. T'es toujours là, t'es chou. Est-ce qu'il y a des bains thermaux? Est-ce qu'il y a des bains thermaux dans le Québec? I know, not in Quebec City. Dis-moi tout. Gianluca. Hey, we have a new arrival. Hi, Gianluca. I should try the thermal. Which thermal? Which thermal baths are you talking about? J'écoute ta douceur. Okay. Okay, Bruno. Fair enough. Okay, Gianluca, which thermal baths? Where are you from, Gianluca? Bath in Rome at Tivoli. Tivoli, oh. I love Rome. Last year I celebrated my birthday in Rome. and it was very special. Yeah. I've been a few times now, but never to the thermal baths. And I love the Italians there. It's an ancient bath, yeah. And I had amazing gelato. Gelato. Who doesn't like gelato? I have to be careful about the gelato. Ice cream makes everything taste better, doesn't it? History and fun at the same time. Yeah, right? Well, you know you're going to eat well. Amazing cuisine, amazing history, beautiful churches. I love churches in Europe, the European churches, the cathedrals. And when I was in Rome, I must have been in 20 churches. They're all a bit different, very dramatic in design, like the Italians. Very sparkle and shine. Lots of gold leaf. I'm a fan of the stained glass windows. That's what I like. Bruno, tu aimes les vitraux? Bruno, tu aimes les vitraux? Oh, à Québec, est-ce qu'il y a une cathédrale? Est-ce qu'il y a une cathédrale à Québec, Bruno? Dis-moi. Est-ce qu'il y a des vitraux? Est-ce que c'est ancien? For some reason, I thought you were French Canadian. Ah. When I speak French, I have a mixture of, I sort of do the Swiss diphthong of long, of sort of a slower, because I'm from the South in the US, so I have the Southern diphthong, you know, the sort of the drawn out syllables that Southern accents have. Not much, just a little. And that brings in a certain softness to my speech, an accent. And it carries through in English and in French. And in, ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch. Parliamo. I'm not even sure if that's right. I'm starting to learn un po' italiano. Gianluca. Un pocolino italiano. And English, French, German, Italian. That's pretty much it. I haven't done Espanol. It doesn't speak to me. It hasn't called me yet. Tu es invité au château. Qui m'invite? Au château de Frontenac. Tu m'invites au château de Frontenac, Bruno. Tu as le droit, hein? T'en es certain, hein? Are you sure you can invite me to the chateau, Bruno? I'm not sure you can, especially if you live in the woods now. Do they have bears out there, Bruno? Est-ce qu'il y a des ours dans les bois, dans le Québec? Est-ce que tu as vu les ours? Alors, you're a real mountain man. That's fun. Probably have wolves out there. What do they have? La seule place pour inviter une déesse. Oh, Bruno. Quel charmeur. Thank you, Bruno. Brava, Gianluca. Grazie. Grazie. So who else has been to Switzerland? I mean, we have Austria, or speaking of Austria, we have Germany. Anyone from Scandinavia? Bruno thought I was from Iceland. Although in my Viking video, I do speak of my trip to Iceland, guys. Amazing place, please go. Please go. You know, in the US, I have explored my country of birth. a great deal. When I was young, I was one of 5 children. And so the 7 of us, we had a motorhome, a camping-car, and we would go out west and drive for days on adventures to the national parks. And so I visited places like Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, and the Grand Tetons twice, the Grand Canyon twice, Bryce, Zion, so many places, Mesa Valley, all the American Indian spots, Texas. I remember that Kansas, it took a whole day to drive across Kansas, the flat state of Kansas. And we would play a game and try to spy all 50 states represented on the car's license plates driving by. It was a lot of fun. And we saw bears, Bruno. We saw bears. Yeah. And I'm from the great state of Tennessee, with Smoky Mountains National Park and the Appalachians. And every time we would visit, usually in the autumn, to see the fall foliage. Canada has amazing fall foliage, Bruno, et les feuilles d'automne. Dans le Canada, c'est extraordinaire, n'est-ce pas? We would always see a black bear, usually a mama and her cubs, crossing the street. Yeah. And I must admit, moving to Europe, when you go to the parks here, you don't see a lot of wildlife. So you have to go to places expressly for viewing the wildlife. Like above Lake Geneva, they have a marmot park. Il y a des marmottes. You can spend the night in a yurt. I didn't do that, but we visited the marmots. They're super cute. I guess they're gophers, right? Like groundhogs, like Groundhog Day. Marmots. And they whistle in the mountains at high altitudes. In the evening they come out. But I've never seen one in nature here. Bruno, Sven, wow, could you make a video where you tell us about your adventures? Yeah, with pleasure, Sven. That's true, there's not as much wildlife here, but on the plus side, we don't have to worry about getting mauled by grizzlies. I know. I'm with you, Sven. I'm with you on that one. Black bears are much more docile, but you know, they're still bears. They're still wild animals, right? They look like cuddly little stuffed animals, but you don't want to give them a hug. No, Mama wouldn't like that. Yeah, grizzlies, to my knowledge, they're still only located out west in the U.S., so we didn't have to worry about that going to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is the most visited national park east of the Rockies, I think. Bruno, Bas Canada et le Haut Canada, complètement différents comme culture. Ah, ok. C'est le Bas Canada. C'est là où tu trouves. Oui. Bon, c'est vrai que c'est tellement vaste, le Canada. C'est tellement vaste. You know what I visited before moving to Switzerland was Banff, Lake Louise. Oh, j'ai visité Banff pour mes dernières vacances aux États-Unis, juste avant de déménager à Genève. Et wow, hein? C'est vrai que les Rocheuses, I've seen the Rockies on many occasions, from Colorado all the way up. But it's true the Rockies have a different tonality, let's say, in Canada. Similar to the Alps, as soon as you cross the border from Switzerland to Austria, the feel is completely different. As soon as you cross the border from Switzerland to France or Italy, the feel is completely different. Isn't that amazing? Such an artificial line, and yet the nature feels it. But Banff, yeah. We stayed at a really nice 4-star hotel there. I forget what it's called. But it was the first time that I'd seen magpies in real life. There's black and white birds. I'd only seen them in storybooks before. Now I see them a lot here. A lot, maybe not, but I definitely see them here. Sven, I really want to cuddle a bear, though. I know. I just saw a reel on Instagram about with a caretaker cuddling a koala. I was like, oh, can I take him home? And one of my sons loves pandas. Oh my God, baby pandas. They're just, can you believe that in China they hire people just to hug pandas all day? That is a high-vibing job, my friend. You just feel the love all the time. What a beautiful animal. Yeah, so guess what I did? On Monday, I went to see Kung Fu Panda. Who's seen Kung Fu Panda, guys? Anyone? Kung Fu Panda. It was good. It was good. I saw the version française. And so I saw it in French, not in VO, unfortunately. I do prefer seeing the American films in English, in the original version, simply because while I'm bilingual French-English, I like to hear the voices of the actors and actresses I know. It's more fun that way for me. But so I watched it in French, and yeah, I'm always in awe of the quality of the animation and the temples and just the sculptures on these temples covered in gold leaf and the glow of the gold leaf shimmering. It looked so real. I was transported, which was what I was seeking in that experience. Yeah, nice. Many times when the kids were young. Many times what, Gianluca? You went and saw Kung Fu Panda? I'm sure I saw the first one, but you know what? I didn't know that it was number 4. I'm sure I missed number 2 and 3. It's not that it was priority, but you know, I wanted something uplifting and fun, and I went by myself. Have you guys all been to the movies by yourselves? You know, it took me decades to gather the courage to do that. It's true. But once you start, you realize, you look around and you're like, oh wow, there are lots of people who do this. And it's a different experience by yourself. It's, you know, I'm a Pisces sun sign, and we need to be transported into our own dreamscape alone from time to time. It does us a world of good, especially for our creativity, right? Yes, Gianluca. Kung Fu Panda. You saw it with the kitties. Good choice. Wholesome entertainment. Pixar films. Very well done usually, right? It's nice. Yeah. Have you guys read The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron? She encourages everyone to find their inner creative and to nourish that creativity, to renew it on a regular basis, to go out on artist dates by yourself once a week. Go grab a coffee, see a movie, go to an exhibition, to a museum, anything to feed that nourishment, the creative being in essence in all of us, right? What do you guys do that's creative? Gianluca, what do you do that's creative? As a hobby? Tell me. Do you do anything? Bruno, qu'est-ce que tu fais de créatif, toi? Est-ce que tu es créatif? Sven? I just watch your videos. Does that count? No, Sven, it doesn't. Sven, you're so funny. Does that count? Wait, does that count for the creative part? Oh, right, okay. So, you mean you're drinking in my creative expression, which I so appreciate, and I'm so glad you do, and I hope it does you a lot of good. I hope so. That's my intention, to bring you calm and peace. Yeah, in an uplifting, positive way, and I hope that hits home. So sure, that's dreaming too, isn't it? Watching these videos, my videos, is true. I do create a space to travel a bit, right? Do you guys like hearing about my travels? Who wants another pop-up book story time? You know, I have like at least 3 more pages in that gorgeous pop-up book that I can do different videos on. I think I'm gonna do that. What do you think? It's a lot of fun. And until now, with the Egyptians and the Vikings, I've had something personal to relate at the end too, which makes it super enjoyable for me to bring a personal tidbit in, right? Gianluca, restoration of old furniture, gardening, and watching you. Those are your hobbies? That's your creative activity? Okay. I love that you restore old furniture. You must be very refined. Is it antique furniture, Gianluca? That's a talent and a skill. It takes a lot of learning, right? Gardening is very healthy. Who has been walking barefoot on the ground yet? Anyone? It's kind of chilly out, it's true. Anyone in the southern hemisphere who's here? Et Bruno, analytique et méthodique, donc créatif. Okay. Analytical and methodical, and therefore creative. Tu parles de mes vidéos ou quoi? Gianluca, yes, more stories, maybe on the Swiss, French, and Romans. Oh, you Romans. So many stories to tell. The Roman gods. You know what? I think one of the pages on the pop-up book is Roman mythology or Greek. It's definitely, obviously, it's gods and heroes. It's about mythology. But, you know, obviously it's got to have Rome in there. The Roman gods and goddesses. Who's your favorite goddess? I think mine is Athena, the Roman. Wisdom, intelligence, prowess, and being a warrior. The art of war, right? Very impressive goddess. Any other requests on videos, guys? Anything else you want to see? I love that you want to hear about my adventures and travels. We'll have to divide that up between the US, separate for the US, and the rest of the world. What do you think, guys? Oof, a nightmare comfort video. You know, I did one of those. I did a nightmare comfort video. I sure did. Look at my playlist, honey. Spin, spin. But, yeah. We all have bad dreams, don't we? Are you guys having bad dreams at the moment? Are you into astrology at all? What about the solar eclipse? Did anyone see the solar eclipse? Were you in the trajectory, in the path? All the hype? So many millions of people tuning in for that one. Yeah. That was kind of cool. I'm always in awe of these astronomical events. Sort of puts us in our place, right? When we think we're the only thing in existence, and all of our life dramas are our focal point. Yeah. Bad dreams. And I haven't had bad dreams lately, but I've definitely had vivid, very vivid dreams, I'm going to say. And for a while there, I was not sleeping well. Around the solar eclipse, actually, I'm going to say that too. But now I'm sleeping like a baby. I hope you are too, Sven. Sleeping like a baby. So, Gianluca, where should I go in Rome? Hopefully we get to see a solar eclipse from Europe. Yeah, at some point. It's true, right? I mean, every time. How many of those do we have a year? I don't know. I'm not sure how often they occur. I don't keep up with that. But I think there's more than one lunar eclipse a year at least, right? And those are pretty cool, I'm going to say. But it's true that it can be cloudy on that day, right? And obscure our visibility. I'm not sure when the next one is in Europe that'll be visible. Gianluca, what is the astrological situation now? Wow. Given that I'm the expert astrologer. I am not an astrologer. I do know quite a bit, though. Okay, not enough to be a professional, but I'm so, again, Sun in Pisces, obviously. I find these things intriguing. And I love to dive down these rabbit holes of discovery of what makes the world turn and the universe function. Yeah, so now we're in Taurus season. Is anyone here a Taurus? Is it a good period to sleep? Where are the planets? Gianluca, you flatter me. Okay, the planets. Where are the planets? Now, as far as I know, Saturn is still in Pisces because, that has not been easy for the Pisceans. And there's been a recent conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus, I do believe, right? Jupiter, what they call the great benefic, only good things come in abundance from Jupiter. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter in modern day astrology. And Uranus, well, it's the planet of shock and awe. Yeah. So I know in 2024 there are supposed to be more geological events that are devastating. It's true, we've been having those, haven't we? But yeah, we kind of always do. Yeah, earthquakes and tsunamis and the like. Yeah, so let's pass on to more pleasant topics while I'm tapping. Are you guys calm? My candle went out, but I can still tap. I'm surprised my cat hasn't come by and started meowing, guys. Next time I go live, I'll have to bring him up. You'll love Flo. He's adorable. You've heard him in a couple of my videos. He's in, 2 or 3. I did a nice kitty cat spa day for as long as he would last being filmed. Gianluca says, here I am, a Taurus. Okay, there's a bull in our presence. There's a bull ruled by Venus. Gianluca is a Taurian, a beautiful sign. Venus rules the pleasures of life and the finances. They love to eat, those Taurians. They often have a little belly. Do you have a little belly, Gianluca? Yeah. Well, everything in good measure. I say enjoy life. Every time I travel abroad, I try all the good food. When I lived abroad, when I studied abroad in France, I gained a few pounds trying all those pastries, I'm not gonna lie. And I just lost it when I went back home. But I had no regrets over that decision to explore and enjoy and experience life. That's one of the beauties of travel, right? The cuisine. Gianluca says, who, me? Do you have a belly, Gianluca? No. Who, me? Couldn't be. That's okay. We love you. We wouldn't be perfect. Well, we can't be perfect because we're human, right? And well, a little bit of belly just makes you more huggable. Right. There you go. So, are you guys off? Well, I guess in North America and in Europe, everyone's home for the evening, pretty much. And I hope you're settling down and plopping your feet up on the sofa and enjoying a few moments of respite and relaxation and calm and comfort. I've enjoyed chatting with you guys. Should we do it again soon? I think so. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here. And I wish you all the best. And I'll see you again soon.